Let's get right into this. This is a land called Paradise. I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels. The praises of my Lord so far above. As I move poetically with the struggle, I fall in love. I look to the left, I look to the right, and all I gaze upon reveals the source of flowers, rainbows, and the dew at dawn. Some see before and some see in and some see after. I let my sight pierce the chains and see the master. I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels sing. So many times in my life I ask myself the question, what brought me into all this mess I'm swimming in? But pain is not in neither harm in the pool of bliss. So slap me with your hand or kiss me with your softest kiss. Tell me that you love me or that you don't like me now. Tell me you invite me or that you don't want me around. I won't cry over a world that can't change my life. I put my money on what lies ahead in paradise. I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels sing. Try to do right and love my wife and trade and pray and talk. I can be anywhere, do anything, and I'm mindful of God. I'm pleased and good and happy and harmony. Now I realize that I already live in a land called paradise. I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels. I wanna live in a land called paradise. I wanna go to the valley of the King. I wanna live in a land called paradise. Wanna see the birds fly and I wanna hear the angels sing. Wanna hear the angels sing. Oh, oh. Thank you. Thank you. So before I go on, most of y'all know Aristotle by now. He usually plays the guitar, but we didn't do that this time. Aristotle, need a hand for Aristotle, please. So a lot of you heard this next song, but for those of you who haven't, I'm going to introduce it real quick. It's just it's a song about two soldiers on opposite sides of a battlefield. They go off to war, and they leave their families behind, and they fight each other. This is Baby, I'm a Soldier. He was a soldier who'd only been married 2 or 3 years ago. And he put his hands on her knees that night and he said, I gotta go. She said, why would you leave this home and me? I thought I was your baby girl. And he wiped away the tears from her eyes and said, they're sending me to save the world. And you know I love you and I pray to God God that he'll join us once again. But now it's time for this simple man to be one of the few good men. 'Cause baby, I'm a soldier, and I hear those trumpets calling again. And our kings and queens are saying this is a fight we must win, for truth and justice, and for the way we live our life. And maybe I'm a soldier in front of God. I swore I would fight. Across the ocean and miles away there stood another man, 18 years hugging his mama, saying, I'll defend this land. Mama held her baby and cried and clutched him, telling him not to leave. She said, what will I do without my baby boy? Son, I'm begging you, please. He said, I love you, mama, but duty calls, I'll write you every day. She said, I lost your daddy like this, and I don't wanna lose you this way. But mama, I'm a soldier, and I hear those trumpets are calling again. And our kings and queens are saying this is a fight we must win, for truth and justice, and for the way we live our life. And mama, I'm a soldier in front of God. I swore I would fight. Well, the battle raged and shots rang out, and the two men fell to the ground. And they looked into the eyes of each other and were shocked at what they found. One man saw the mother of the other in that young man's eyes, and the other man saw the crying and screams of the other man's beloved wife. And the two men stared across that smoky field and whispered to each other, maybe you weren't the demon they said, maybe you were really my brother. But I'm glad we're passing, 'cause I don't think that I could forgive myself for fighting you. But maybe, God willing, we can live together in bliss. Oh, ladies, we were soldiers, and we heard those trumpets are calling again. And tell the kings and queens that sometimes there are fights no one wins. But we know for sure that there's evil out there we must fight. But please be sure that this is one of those times. And please be sure to remember my mama and wife. And please be sure to think of my brother on the other side. Thank you. So this next song that I wrote, a lot of you know the story behind it. It's based on an Arabic poem by Imam al-Shafi'i, from the Diwan of Imam al-Shafi'i. And it's a poem, a bait that says, يخاطبون السفيه بكل قبح فأكره أن أكون له مجيبا يزيد سفاهة فأزيد حلما كعود زاده الإحراق طيبا. And I actually wrote the song for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons I wrote it was to show people that Islamic art and Islamic poetry and Islamic music, if you go to the past, it wasn't just saying Allah, Allah over and over again. That's one type of art. But if you read Imam al-Shafi'i's poetry, if you read Sayyidina Ali, his poetry, you'll see that those men, if you didn't know what religion they were, you would not know what religion they were based on their writing, because they were universal men who spoke in a universal language. So this is Generous Peace. It's 4:30 throws wet stones at me, insists on attempts to break my nerve. But I hate to respond to the anger and feed the fuel in those ugly words. They ask me why I say nothing at all, like I don't have any self-respect. I say, gentlemen, I'm like incense. The more you burn me, the more I'm fragrant. And I don't feel the need to act violently, and I don't feel desire to fan the fire. You can say what you want about me, but I lace the lines of these times with generous peace. Oh, with generous peace. There's a thin line between virtue and fear, and it's funny how they appear, both demanding restraint and control. And it's enough that I know it's clear that I'm not scared of you, I'm scared of me. And I live by controlling my fool, 'cause you're a fool enough for the both of us, but I still try to find the good in you. And I don't feel the need to act violently, and I don't feel desire to fan the fire. You can say what you want about me, but I lace the lines of these times with generous peace. Oh, with generous peace. And I know it's hard to listen to the words you just can't stand. Gonna take more than a fist to enlighten an ignorant man. And don't you see how we fear the patient eyes of a lion? And don't you see how we fear those lions in their silence? So I don't feel the need to act violently, and I don't feel desire to fan the fire. You can say what you want about me, but I lace the lines of these times with generous. And I don't feel the need to act violently, I don't feel desire to fan the fire. You can say what you want about me, but I lace the lines of these times with generous peace. Oh, with generous peace. I lace the lines of these times with generous peace. Thank you. Thank you. So this next song is a song that I did not write. It's a song a woman named Nancy Griffith wrote. She's a woman from Texas, where I'm from, and she sings Scottish and Irish music. And it's a song called "It's a Hard Life Wherever You Go," and it's about teaching our children not to hate. And I'm going to sing this song without any backing. I'm going to sing it a cappella, inshallah. I am a backseat driver from America. I drive on the left of Falls Road, and the man at the wheel's name is Seamus. He would pass a child on the corner he knows, and Seamus says, "Now what chance does that kid got?" And I say from the back, "I don't know." He says, "It's barbed wire in all of these exits, and there ain't no place in Belfast for that kid to go." Well, it's a hard life, a very hard life. It's a hard life wherever you go. And if we poison our children with hatred, then the hard life is all that they'll know. A cafeteria line in Chicago, a fat man in front of me, he's calling black people trash to his children, but he's the only trash here I see. Well, I'm thinking this man wears a white hood in the night when his children should sleep. But they'll go to the window and they'll see him, and they'll think that white hood's all they need. Well, it's a hard life, a very hard life, a hard life wherever you go. And if we poison our children with hatred, then the hard life is all that they'll know. Well, I am a child of the 60s, where dreams could be heard through TV, with Disney and Cronkite and Martin Luther. And I believed. Well, I'm the backseat driver from America, and I'm not at the wheel of control. They say I'm guilty, I am war, and I am the root of all evil. Lord, and I can't drive on the left side of the road, 'cause it's a hard life, a very hard life, a hard life wherever you go. And if we poison our children with hatred, then the hard life is all that they'll know. Said it's a hard life, a very hard life wherever you go. And if we poison our children with hatred, then the hard life is all that they'll know. And there ain't no place in this world for these kids to go, if it's a hard life wherever you go. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.